What's up, guys? Kai here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the recently announced game Halo Infinite. So, Halo Infinite was announced at Xbox's E3 conference this Sunday, and there's sort of three things to take away from it. One, we're going back to the old Halo art style, good news. Two, new engine. And three, sort of shows us the direction of where the Halo franchise is going story wise, kind of. But let's go back to the first big point that everyone's talking about. We're going back to the old Halo art style. That's good. Everyone has been asking for this. Well, I say everyone. Let's say 99% of the Halo community has been asking for this. Because ever since 343 took over, specifically with Halo 4 and 5, when they do the anniversary editions, the art style stays the same and it looks good. But when it gets to Halo 4 and 5, everything looks different. Too different. Like, people have been saying for years now that Halo is losing its sort of visual identity. And I agree with that 100%. Just everything looks overly complicated and overly designed and just doesn't feel like Halo. And they really changed that in Halo Wars 2 because that had a good mix of old and a wee bit of new, and actually felt and looked like a Halo game. And ever since that, a lot of people have been saying 343, do it that way, give us the old, that's what we want. And looks like they're listening. Well, they've said that they're listening, but then again, everyone's been saying that at E3 this year. We've heard your feedback, we're listening. So I'm glad that 343 have taken our feedback and criticism seriously. And they made a big post on Halo Waypoint, basically stating that the shot of the Chief's helmet at the end is saying loud and clear where they are going visual wise with the Halo franchise going forward. And yeah, I'm really excited about that because I just hate the new art style in 4 and 5. 4 and 5 just look horrible. But now we're going back to the old art style. So, and this is a sequel, right? This is not a prequel. And that Halo Waypoint Post 343 said that this does take place after Halo 5. So this is not sort of Halo 1 being redone, because it wouldn't make sense because Chief's in his Mark 6 armor, not his Mark 5. So this is a sequel. This is Halo 6. And everything looks good. I mean, that is classic Mark 6 armor right there. Looks a bit new. Like, there's not enough scratches. Well, it's not that there's not enough scratches, but it looks fairly brand new as if it hasn't been battle worn. Because at the end of Halo 3, like, it was very, there was a lot of scratches all over it to show the shit that he's been through. But either way, I'm happy. It's going back to the old style. You can't really get a good look at the battle rifle that the Marine is holding, but if you look at the shadow on the beach, you can see that it is the classic, like, Halo 2, Halo 3 era battle rifle. The Marines look the way they should. The Warthog still looks like the newer Warthog, but I'm okay with that. The Warthog redesign is sort of one of the only things that 343 changed that I was happy with. So they can keep it that way. But I'm just wondering, like, now that the visual style is going back to the way it was, how will audio be handled? Because they've changed a lot of sound effects, which I'm not happy with. Like, Plasma Pistol does not sound like the Plasma Pistol anymore. Plasma Rifle doesn't sound like Plasma Rifle anymore. Warthog does not sound like the Warthog anymore. So I'm wondering if they'll go back to the old sound effects for guns and weapons and just everything, really. So that's like sort of one of the big things to take away from this. Also, as always, people are going through this trailer frame by frame, trying to find out every single bit of information they can. So people are trying to decipher the cave markings. and people found out a Morse code message on the radio, and people have already deciphered that. I believe it says SOS Zeta GRD. So SOS, obviously, we know what that means. Zeta, people are taking that to mean the Zeta Halo, which I believe is the 7th Halo ring, which I believe is the largest Halo ring. Trying to remember, I need to brush up on my Halo lore, it's been a while. And GRD, not sure. I thought it meant ground, as in, there's a ground team that need help. Or people are taking it to mean the old GRD helmet that was supposed to be in Halo Reach, but they never brought it in. We don't really know so far, but it's a fun time to be in the forums, because everyone's sort of working together to try and piece things together and decipher stuff. So it's fun, which is good, because usually the forums are just an awful place to be. It's just so full of hate and despair. But this always happens when there's a new Halo game announced. People are like, oh, it's hope again. We can see what they're doing, and then inevitably changes back to hate. But I'm gonna savor this hope-filled time in the forums, and hopefully it continues that way. But we'll just need to see what 343 does, because they usually fuck it up. But I'm hoping that they've truly learned their ways this time. But if we decipher any more stuff, or if we find anything else out in the trailer, then I'll be sure to make a video on that. So, just to recap that brief bit. Old Halo art style. Good job 343. Next point. New engine. So, this wasn't so much a trailer for Halo 6. It was really a tech demo for the new engine that they're on, which is called the Slipspace engine. Now, they said this is a completely brand new engine. So, that's kind of a big deal, because that would mean that this is the first Halo game, the first first-person shooter Halo game to be made without the original Halo engine. Now, every Halo game has been made using the original engine that was used on Halo Combat Evolved in some form or fashion. Obviously, it's been heavily modified over the years, but 343 have had a history of not really knowing what they're doing with the engine, because when Bungie left, they basically gave them the engine, but they didn't really show them how to use it in depth, so it's always been a hindrance for them. And they've even said on a few occasions that I think it's like 99.9% of the current Halo engine is like brand new, but there's still that sort of base foundation in there that is still Halo Combat Evolved. So, but now that's looking as if that's completely out the window, so old Halo engine is like completely gone now. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, obviously the sort of nostalgic side of me is like, no, you should keep that part of the engine in there, but really, what do I know? Like, I don't know anything about game engines and shit, and if it makes the job for them easier and it makes a better game, go for it. Go for the new engine. And yeah, I mean, everything I've seen with the Slipspace engine so far, everything looks good. Everything looks really good. I like the nice wee touch there of the wildlife. Even that's a wee nod back to the old Halo Combat Evolved trailers. Whether or not we'll see that in the final game, who knows? We've only ever seen wildlife in Halo Reach, where we had the Moa, and then what was that big fucking monster thing called? Oh, I can't remember. But you know what I'm talking about. I'll put a picture of it in here. But yeah, new engine, looks good. Looks impressive, combined with the new Halo art style. So far, it's not much, but so far things are looking good. Things are looking very good. They said they're still quite a ways away from the game releasing. I'm going to guess 2019, because I've been saying 2019 for a while now. And again, I've been saying for a while now, like they always do this. They like to give Halo games 2 E3s. So this E3, they've unveiled it, and then they'll start to slowly trickle out more information. Probably at Gamescom, we'll get something. Maybe the Video Game Awards, we'll get another trailer. And then eventually leading up to E3 of next year, where they'll probably show off a full campaign mission, and then they'll release probably either October or November of next year. Now, something they announced on the Halo Waypoint website and that post they made is that they're going to start rolling out a sort of, not an early access, but sort of a testing program similar to what they have right now with the Chief Collection, where people can sign up and then a few people will get selected and they'll actually get to play the game and then give feedback to 343. So it sounds more in depth than just your standard beta, because a beta everyone gets access to. This is more of a, people will get to try the campaign kinda and give feedback. Hopefully it's early enough to actually make a difference. So I'm going to try and sign up for that when they make it available. They don't know yet when it'll be available, but I think this is a good sign. This is a good sign that instead of 343 being their usual head in the sand, no, we're doing fine, trust us, this is how we do it, we don't need a beta, we don't need co-op. They're actually listening to us now, and they're actually taking on board what we're saying. And I think that's a really good sign. That's a really good sign, and it shows that we can actually make a difference now. So I highly recommend that everyone who's passionate about Halo signs up for this early access thing if it comes available, so that we can help them make the next Halo game the best it can be. Because let's face it, they need all the help they can get. When did Halo 4 come out? 2012. Since 2012, they've been doing it all by themselves, and it's not been impressive what they've shown off. So they really need us, Halo fans, who know what we're talking about. Let's face it, we know what we're talking about. We know what we want. We need to show them. We need to show them what we want, but show them in a constructive way. We can't just be shouting hate at them. So yeah, it's kind of exciting being a Halo fan again. Past few years have been pretty dismal and depressing, but hopefully this will be the start of a brighter future for Halo. But let's not get our hopes up just yet. Let's try and keep the hype down, because this is 343. They have had a vast history of disappointing us. So let's not get blinded by all this new information. It's like, oh, new art style. It's like, yeah, but it's still 343. Let's keep whelmed. Let's not get overwhelmed with hype. Let's keep things on the down low. But so far, 343, good job, good wee trailer. Liking what we're seeing so far. But don't keep us in the dark, because that's another thing 343 does, or have a history of doing, which is very, very, very bad communication with the community. They just keep us in the dark about everything. No. Tell us what you're doing, so we can give you feedback early on that you can change that. Now, I'm not saying you give us fucking story details, no, but just give us details of certain gameplay aspects. It's like, oh, we're going to bring back armor abilities, and we'll be like, no, let's not bring back armor abilities. And then if they go, oh, we're going to bring back armor abilities, but only in firefight, it's like, okay, that's a good idea. Keep it in firefight, but keep it out of PvP. Stuff like that. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. It's time to end this. I'll probably make another video on Halo probably at the end of this week, once all the news has been gathered more, because E3's just started, so we're probably going to get more info as the week goes on, and also it'll give me time to think about more stuff, because I am a massive Halo fan, haven't done too many Halo videos on this channel, hope to change that, and yeah, it's looking like it's a good time to be a Halo fan, but we'll see how time rolls on. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you, because I do tend to ramble. I did not script this. It took me 5 times to record this, to be honest. But that's just kind of the person I am. I'm just literally, I just say what's on my mind. But anyway, if you liked the video, thanks. Give us a like. If you want to see more Halo stuff, hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any theories or stuff that you noticed in the trailer, then tell me in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.